5 days. That is how long WWE waited after the biggest show of the year, before firing 24 people in a single afternoon. April 24th, 2026. While the confetti from WrestleMania 42 was still being swept off the floor of Allegiant Stadium, Triple H signed off on a list that ended careers. Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Kairi Sane, the entire Wyatt Sicks, the Motor City Machine Guns, names that fans chanted for, names that were in active storylines, names that performed at WrestleMania 5 days earlier. Gone, not traded, not written off television, fired, in a single day. And then WWE went live on SmackDown that same Friday night, as if nothing had happened. Names on a spreadsheet. That's all it took. 24 wrestlers cut loose at once 5 days after the biggest payday in company history. No warning, no on-air send-off, just an internal email, a list, and silence. Aleister Black, SmackDown main eventer, gone. Zelina Vega, WrestleMania Battle Royal, central to Black's feud, fired. Kairi Sane, slated for a Backlash title match, still woven into the Asuka and Iyo Sky storyline, discarded. Bo Dallas, the heart behind the Wyatt Sicks, carrying his brother Bray Wyatt's legacy, out. Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, Eric Rowan, every member of the Wyatt Sicks erased in one afternoon. A tribute faction built to honor the dead, tossed aside for quarterly margins. The Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Tag team legends who just worked WrestleMania weekend, gone. Santos Escobar, Apollo Crews, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, her name missing from the official press release but present in every credible report. Andre Chase, a teacher on NXT, now a footnote. Developmental talent included Dante Chen, Tyra Mae Steele, Serena Linton, and Chris Island. They were cut by mass email, not even worth a phone call. No debut, no goodbye. Just a locked door at the Performance Center. Every brand hit, main roster, NXT, developmental. Champions and rookies, veterans and prospects. Storylines left unfinished, tag teams split, factions gutted. Not one got to finish what they started. Not one got a moment to say anything on television. The full list is a roll call of betrayal. Every name a reminder that in WWE, the only thing guaranteed is that the system will always choose margins over people. Kairi Sane's name was still on the Backlash card less than a week before the purge. April 21st, 2026. The WWE app lists a triple threat for the SmackDown Women's title. Asuka versus Iyo Sky versus Kairi Sane. Fans screenshot the match graphic. The company pushes the angle on social, teasing Sane's return to pay-per-view. 3 days later, she is gone. Not traded, not written off, fired by email, contract terminated April 24th, 2026. The storyline was dead on arrival. No explanation on SmackDown, no farewell. The creative team deletes her from the Backlash page. Fans notice the erasure before the company even acknowledges the cut. Within hours, #WeWantKairi surges to the top of X. Over 150,000 mentions in 48 hours. The hashtag peaks at 78,500 tweets in a single day. Former wrestlers, Japanese journalists, even WWE's own Jackie Redmond post in outrage, and then delete their comments as the company clamps down. PW Insider tracks Sane's flight back to Tokyo. Immigration logs confirm her exit. Dave Meltzer reports she asked for her release weeks earlier, wanting to return home and sign with Stardom. WWE keeps silent, issuing a single line that says, "We thank Kairi Sane for her contributions." No mention of the storyline, no apology to the fans. Kairi's own words land on X 4 days later. She writes, "I am still grateful for WWE and all of you. My journey continues in Japan. The company moves on. The Backlash match is quietly changed. The audience is left with a vanished star, a broken story, and the same cold silence. For WWE, it is just another name off a list. For fans, it is betrayal in real time." Bray Wyatt died on August 24th, 2023. WWE mourned. Bo Dallas, his brother, stepped into the void. The Wyatt Sicks were born, with Uncle Howdy at the helm, and Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, and Eric Rowan by his side. On June 17th, 2024, their debut came on Monday Night Raw. The screen went black. The lights flickered. A new chapter, a living tribute, a promise that Bray's spirit would not be erased. They did not just appear. They won. Gacy and Loomis captured the Raw Tag Team titles within weeks. The Wyatt Sicks feuded with the Bloodline, battled at SummerSlam, and sold out arenas. For 22 months, they kept Bray's memory alive in every promo, every entrance, every match. This was not nostalgia. It was family. It was grief turned into art, pain turned into purpose. On April 24th, 2026, every member of the Wyatt Sicks was fired. Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, and Eric Rowan. Not one spared. Not one respected enough for a send-off. The faction had existed to honor the dead. WWE cut them all in a single afternoon. No on-air mention, no tribute. Just a blank hallway where their lantern once burned. Bray Wyatt's legacy reduced to a line on a spreadsheet. The story he inspired erased for a quarterly report. The men and women who carried his name, gone, disposable. Collateral damage for a balance sheet. The company that cashed in on grief, on loyalty, on memory, turned its back the moment the numbers were locked in. That's the lesson. In WWE, even the dead are only worth what they can draw before the next earnings call. Triple H signed the list. Not a creative whim, not a last-minute rewrite. A calculated decision, approved at the top. Paul Levesque, the face of talent relations, handed down the order. Nick Khan, the chief executive officer, gave the final nod. The TKO board watched the numbers. Every name cut was a number on a balance sheet, a line item to clear space for the next quarter's earnings call. WrestleMania 42 brought in $540 million. The quarter's revenue hit $1.28 billion. Record highs. SEC filings stamped and filed. Corporate partners broke 30 for the first time. Merchandise sales shattered the old record by 18%. The company called it a new era. The cost? 24 jobs, 24 lives. Gone in the same week the confetti was still being swept off the stadium floor. Officially, the company said the purge was to make space for the next generation of talent. That's the line. But the timing is no accident. PW Insider and Ringside News confirmed the hierarchy. Triple H draws up the names. Talent Relations executes. Nick Khan and the board sign off. Every dollar counted. Every contract cut to protect the windfall. No creative excuse. No storyline casualty. Just margins, protected at the expense of the people who built the show. SmackDown went live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 4 hours after the release emails hit inboxes. The show pressed on. Not a single word from Michael Cole. Not one mention from Corey Graves. 24 people gone, erased in real time. Yet the broadcast rolled out the same graphics, the same forced smiles, the same corporate gloss. The crowd in Orlando knew. They chanted, loud enough to rattle the arena. We want answers. Chants for Kairi, for Bo Dallas, for Aleister Black. The commentary team did not flinch. Not a single slip, not a single stray reference. The sound truck dialed down the crowd mic, tried to drown out the anger with piped-in cheers. But fan videos caught it all. Raw audio, real voices, proof that the audience refused to play along. On official broadcast logs, the segment is a blank. No tribute, no acknowledgement, just a wall of silence, as if these people never existed. The message could not be clearer. If you are cut, you vanish. If you ask questions, you are ignored. WWE controls the narrative. The show must not mention the human cost. 90 days. That's the sentence. Every wrestler on the April 24th release list, main roster or developmental, is locked out of their own profession for 3 months. The contract language is blunt. Talent shall not, for a period of 90 days following termination, perform any professional wrestling or related entertainment services for any competitor. No AEW, no NJPW, no indie bookings, no income except for half a paycheck called gardening pay. It is a leash, not a lifeline. For Aleister Black, it is a forced vacation. For Dante Chen, Tyra May Steele, Serena Linton, and Chris Island, names buried near the bottom of a mass email sent at 1522 UTC. It is a wall. No TV debut. No merchandise. No chance to build a following. Just a digital pink slip and 90 days of waiting. Their final notice was a PDF attachment. No phone call. No explanation. The Performance Center door locks behind them. Their WWE journey ends with an automated HR signature. The numbers do not lie. Main roster stars average $3.5 million a year. Developmental talent, $380,000 if they are lucky. a 9.2 fold gap. But the non-compete hits everyone the same. 90 days of silence. 90 days where dreams rot. WWE cashes out on WrestleMania, then slams the door on the very people who filled the card, who trained in the shadows, who believed the system would give them a shot. Instead, the system gives them a countdown clock and a cold, empty inbox. The confetti fades. The cuts remain. Sane, Gacy, the Wyatt Sicks, erased mid-story, discarded for Q2 margins. 24 contracts shredded while stockholders applaud. Under TKO, this is not the exception. It is the blueprint. WWE profits. Wrestlers vanish. The machine devours its own. What is left is silence and empty boots.